Hello, welcome back for another video. For those of you that are new, my name's Nancy and I'm with Nancy's Original Art. Also, for those of you that have not done it yet, and for the new ones, I would greatly appreciate it if you would please subscribe to my channel. Now, for today's video, I'm sure you can somewhat see that I have a 16 by 20 painting that I've actually already created. It has completely dried, and what we're going to do is we're going to actually put resin on the top. Now, I've already done a couple videos to show you how to mix your resin and how to apply the resin, but for this particular video, I wanted to be able to bring you in for a close-up so that you can see the painting once it's completely dried. Then I'm going to bring you back in for a close-up after I've applied the resin. I want you to see the difference looking at the metallics just as dry paint. And then I want you to see the metallics after we resin. You're going to notice a difference, and you're going to see why I like to resin my paintings other than just to protect them. Now, I do want to fill you in. I have already pre-mixed my resin with the hardener. Now, there is a bunch of bubbles. I've been stirring it for about 3 to 4 minutes. You want to stir it until it becomes very clear, okay? And then once you stir it and it's clear, then you're going to be able to actually pour it onto your painting. And if I would just quit getting it all over me, we would be really good. I'm going to go ahead and remove my stir stick. Okay. I'm going to first, I actually had a towel, some paper towel, that I had put some alcohol on, rubbing alcohol, and I used it to clean off, to kind of wipe any dust particles off the painting, because I actually have, this painting was done almost a month ago, and I've had some stuff come up. I've switched jobs and trying to get into the swing of things again. My stuff had to just sit aside for a little bit. But tonight we're going to actually get this one completed so that if anyone's interested, you'll be able to buy it. So, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to pause the video, I'm going to bring you in for that close-up so that first you're going to see just the dried, completed painting, just as a painting without the resin. So give me just a moment and I will be back. Okay, so this is the painting once it's completely dried. Okay, and some of the metallics are like right in here, you see the gold. Okay, and then I've also got purple. There's a metallic purple in there. And if you look, about the only metallic color that's standing out at the moment is the gold. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and we're going to pause the video again. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the resin on. Okay. I'm going to get that done. And then when I come back, we're going to actually take a look at the painting once the coat of resin is on. And you're going to really see all the shimmer. Not just the gold, but you're going to see that metallic purple come out. Because right now there's a little bit like right there. But once that resin's on, that should really pop. So I will be right. I went ahead and I just pulled you in closer. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and put my gloves on. Okay? We're going to get that done. I figure might as well watch me put the resin on. Not going to hurt. Now, as I've stated before, whenever working with resin, you want to make sure that when you actually go to apply the resin, you'll have to give me a second. My gloves do not want to split apart. When you go to actually apply your resin to the painting, you want to make sure that you're wearing gloves and that you are not, and I repeat, that you are not doing this without gloves. Trust me, you'll thank me for stating that over and over, again and again. It's always wise to have gloves, and yes, you are seeing me putting on 2 pairs of gloves. I put the loose ones on first, and then I put the tighter ones on second. Alright, so now we are just going to take our mix and we're going to go ahead and we're just going to pour it on. Just like that, okay? And yes, I actually did check and made sure that my painting was level. You always want to make sure your painting is level when you do this. And then now comes the fun. Just taking it and just getting it on the painting, just spreading it around. You want to make sure that you get your corners really good. You definitely want to make sure that you get your edges good. But don't forget about that center, okay? And the way I poured it, I didn't start from the center this time. So I got to make sure that I'm not going to spread it all off the edge and then not have any in my center. But now, as I stated, I showed you what the painting looks like when it dries, okay? And I did that because I wanted you to kind of see just what's going to happen once we get it resined. You're going to love how it looks once it's resined. And I can tell you right now, that gold is looking really good. And that metallic is actually starting to pop through too. The metallic purple, I should say. Because both the gold and the purple that I used, they're both metallics. I've got a purple in there that's metallic, and I've got a gold in there they're both metallics. So because they're metallics, you're going to get that shimmer, and that's what you want. These paintings, they're beautiful no matter what. They're beautiful no matter if you use a metallic or not. I am the type, though, that when it comes to my paintings, I like them to have that metallic in them. I just think it adds more beauty to the painting. So I like to use metallics. And then, like I said, you just go along. You want to make sure that all your edges get coated. And a reminder, because just because you didn't see me do it doesn't mean I didn't do it. I did, excuse me, I did actually put the blue painter's tape along the bottom edge so that when I did the resin, we're not going to end up with bumps on the back of the painting that prevents someone from hanging it. Alright. I think we got it spread on there pretty good. And I like to actually squeeze the gloves that I was using to spread it. I like to squeeze those and get any excess off. And now we can just take them off. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use the blowtorch, the heat gun. I like to dispose of my gloves as soon as I'm done with them. I actually throw them in the garbage, and I do that so that I'm not getting them stuck somewhere. Like, actually, literally stuck. Because it will take everything I got to get it back off. Alright. So now, we're going to take my heat gun. Okay. I'm going to turn it on low. And, as I've stated before, we're just going to go back and forth like this. And get all those bubbles popped. Now once I pop the bubbles, I'm going to inspect it. There is a reason. I actually have 2 adorable cats. But let me just say this. They tend to get their cat hairs everywhere. No matter how hard you try, it's inevitable. You're most likely going to get some of that cat hair within the resin. In fact, the last resin video that I did, I was actually resining the painting because somebody that I work with wanted it and did end up buying it. But just when I thought I had gotten all the cat hairs out, once it cured, dried completely, I was looking at it and saw it. But somebody else that I work with had taken a look at it and said they didn't even notice it was there until I pointed it out. So they were like, don't worry about it. But, you know, I want to try my best to make sure that I don't get anything in there that doesn't belong. Okay, this actually looks really good, but of course, I'm already seeing a stinking cat hair. Alright. So now that I've popped all the bubbles, I'm going to quickly just try to extract that cat hair without ruining the painting. I think I got it. I said I think. Say I did. I'm just going to go over that area one more time. Now, if you notice, I'm not spending a lot of time in one spot. I'm making sure that I'm going back and forth, and at a steady pace. I don't want to be sitting in one spot for too long, because you will ruin the painting. You can actually ruin your resin. Alright. So now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to pause you again. I'm going to bring you in for a close-up. Now, you are going to see a bit of a glare, but anytime you have a shine like this, you're going to get a bit of a glare, but you're still going to be able to see what I was wanting you to see. You're going to see just how pretty the paints seem to come alive, so to speak. They really pop once you put that resin on. So again, give me just a moment. I'm going to pause you and I'm going to bring you in for another close-up. Okay. Now look at the difference. Are you seeing more of the actual shimmer? I know that glare. See? That there and like that there and some of this in here, that's actually that metallic purple coming out. All I can tell you is that once this painting dries, it's going to be so pretty. Once that resin dries, it's going to be very, very pretty. Give me just a second. I'm going to pause you for a second. I'm going to turn the overhead light off and turn a different light on and see if that helps. Okay, I actually turned the overhead light off, but I turned my flash on. So you're not going to get a major glare. You're just going to get that little glare. And it definitely helped. It definitely helped. Because again, there's the purple that's the metallic. So you're not just seeing the gold shimmer now. You're seeing that metallic purple shimmering also. So again, not only does the resin protect the painting, but you can see a difference. You can see a difference in the actual paint and how much it really pops and stands out once you do the resin. And it just really adds to the painting. Really makes it pretty. Okay. So there you have it. Again, like I said, I just wanted to do a quick, simple resin video but showing you the difference between an unresined painting and a resined painting. I wanted you to be able to see what the paint looks like when it's dry, but is not resined yet. And then what it looks like once you put that resin on. You see the difference. You see how the actual colors really pop. They stand out. And again, those metallics really stand out also. I do want to thank everyone for joining me again for another video. Again, I would ask that everyone that's watching, if you haven't done it yet, please subscribe to my channel. Please like my video. And until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Bye.